Hi everyone, I'm Sandy.
And I'm Stacy.
And we're the Fashion Girls. Now, as you can see, my hair is done up for, we're doing another wig video.
Yep.
All right, so today we're doing wigs by
Gabor.
Okay. So, if you watch the other wig videos, you will see what I have on. Now, today I have something a little more doubly on my head, so to speak, because we're trying something out that we're new to wigs, to wearing wigs. So we're trying different suggestions that people are giving us to stop itching, rubbing, whatever. And Stacy will get into that little detail why I'm trying this. So why am I trying this, Stacy?
Because I wore actually the Gabor the other night to dinner when we went out, and I just wanted to pull my scalp off. It itched like really bad, and then when I came home and took it off, I was all red under my scalp, or the scalp line, the hairline. So that's why we're trying something different, because I don't want to send the Gabor back because I really like it, and so that's why we're trying something different to prevent some of the itching.
Now, I'm not having problems with mine, but I really don't know because I didn't wear mine yet. I was holding off to see if I liked anything better, but I really think I do like the Gabor, and I am keeping it. So the Gabor doesn't have special colors, kind of like Norrico and Tressalure, and they have some very basic colors. And where did we get ours from?
We got ours from one of the shopping networks.
Yeah, we got ours from HSN, from one of the shopping networks. There's tons. We're not pushing HSN. And by the way, we are no way, shape, or form involved with Gabor Wigs. We're just doing this reviews on our own from the wigs that we purchased with our own money from Gabor. We did approach one wig company so far to see if they would send us wigs to review that we could either keep or send them back to them and just review them, send them back, whatever. But I just did that like a day or two ago, so I haven't got an answer from them yet. Now, Stacy, the hair Stacy has on is her own hair. See?
And yes, you can see part of my bald spot right in here.
So they're her new glasses. These are my new glasses. So let me know what you think about my new glasses. I thought it was time for a change from the gold. And some of my wigs, the other two pair that I have, will go with wigs and all of that. All right. So, a lot of people don't know the history about Gabor. So I think what I'm going to do is, first is just give you a little history about Eva Gabor, or Eva Gabor, because don't forget there were sisters, and how she started the company, because a lot of people don't know that. And this article, my mom wore Gabor wigs, and they were like the first top-rate wigs. Gabor is a good company. It's up there with Norrico, Estetica, Tony of Beverly, or is it Beverly of Tony? Tony of Beverly. Mm-hmm. Sorry, get it backwards. A lot of your good name brand wigs. Okay, so here's a little information on Eva Gabor. There were sisters. There were Eva, and there was Ava, and Jaja, and everybody knows Jaja. Okay, Miss Hollywood. All right, so Eva Gabor. She goes, this article, by the way, is by the Los Angeles Times. It was printed on August 21st, 1988. Okay, first you notice the eyes, next the smooth skin and the cloud of the golden hair. And then there is that voice like silk. Darling, Eva Gabor, have some tea, have a crumpet. Gabor, it appears, wouldn't dream of talking business before she gets to know you. It's a strategy that she served as canny Hungarian-born actress well during her 40-year career in films, stage, and television. Eva Gabor is equally challenging through less visible role as chairman of her own company, Eva Gabor International, the world's largest wig maker of the time. Wanted to do one thing. I wanted to do only one thing and do it well, she says, sipping tea in a San Francisco hotel during a recent visit. When Gabor was approached one day by a businessman with the idea of starting a wig company, she was ready to listen. I had done a lot of movies and plays with costumes and wigs, and they used to be ghastly, Gabor says. They used to weigh tons. 16 years ago, long before Elizabeth Taylor began pushing perfume, which I love, by the way, Eva Gabor began selling her trademark, a mop of golden curls, sometimes unswept into a boudoir look. Her company's line of Eva Gabor-inspired wigs, Gabor says, remains its bread and butter model. We started the company and we almost got broke, she says, laughing. Gabor sold part of the company, dropped the idea of selling franchises, and focused on making wigs for salons and others who would resell them to the public. We're the biggest. We got bigger and bigger, and now we're just the biggest producing. At that time, now 1988, about 1.3 million wigs a year, Gabor says. Although Gabor wouldn't divulge her company's revenues, history industry resources put them at about 30 million a year. Wig sales in the United States, including imports, are estimated to reach $550 million. Eva Gabor International was based in Los Angeles, with offices throughout the United States and Europe, and production plants in Korea and China, where the company experts to open a second plant in September, which I'm sure they did. Again, this is from 1988. Gabor's wigs sold from $35 to $110, are modeled on a capless design in which strands of synthetic hair-like fibers are sewn in lace bands, resulting in a wig that conforms closely to the scalp and weighs less than 2 ounces. Gabor boasts that the wigs can be washed with everyday shampoo and blow-dried in minutes. Now, I'll get into that then when we do the wig. Not too expensive. They're very fine wigs, very nice quality, not too expensive, confirms Ada Gray, owner of a cosmetic company in Beverly Hills. Wig sales at a Chicago-based retailer Marshall Field are up substantially since March, when the store began stocking Gabor wigs, an executive says. All right, I'm not going to bore you with all this, but she's just saying her wigs range from the inexpensive to the better wigs, which they still do today. Mm-hmm. At that point in time, buying wigs in a department store, easy to do with a generation ago, is now the exception to the rule. Only half of Gabor's wigs are sold that way, the rest through beauty salons and mail order. And it's still that way today. There was one department store where I lived at. It was it's still there. It's Boscov's in Hazleton, Pennsylvania, where we lived near there. They used to have a millinery department, which sold hats and wigs. And that's, in fact, where my mother bought her first wig, Gabor wig there. And it just goes into how, women with hair loss like myself. She says it saved my life with people. She talked to people with cancer that said they saved my life. She said, this is where the wig business makes one feel extremely good and grateful. I was lecturing. Here's the story. She said, I was lecturing and I saw a beautiful blonde girl in the front row and she was crying. This makes me cry because I read this before. And I got off the stage and I said, I'm so sorry. Did I say something to upset you? And she said, no, but I wanted you to know that you saved my life. The girl who had undergone chemotherapy had lost her hair. She said, I had sent, let me see, because there's like parts in here. Oh, she said, I'm sorry about that. I lost my place. She said, I had sent her one of the wigs and she was reborn, Gabor says, and I couldn't tell that she was even wearing it. The glamorous Gabor, who was 67 at the time during this, drums up business by making personal appearances at stores and around the world. She also keeps an eye on new designs and celebrity knockoffs that were inspired by Princess Diana and First Lady Nancy Reagan at the time. She said, I'm extremely involved, Gabor says, but not a day-to-day basis. I have a president and a vice president. You couldn't possibly just do business if you're an actress too. But I know everything and I put my two bits into everything. I know what direction to go and what we have to do, and I work very hard. And just a little bit of history about her. Eva Gabor was born February 11th, 1921 in Budapest, Hungary. She was the third daughter of Jolie and Vilmos Gabor after attending schools in Hungary and Switzerland. She immigrated to the United States, followed by her sister Magda and Jaja. Gabor made her Broadway debut in Rodgers and Hammerstein's The Happy Time, and then Gigi. And then, as everybody absolutely knows her for, is her role in Green Acres, where she was the dizzy, sophisticated wife of the pompous city slicker who opts for farm living. She said, it was the most glorious time I've had in the 6 years of my life. She said, I adored every minute of it. And then she just goes on a little bit about the story, and the rest of her company. Gabor's company became part of Sears and Roebuck in April of that year. In Chicago, retailer bought Gabor International's parent, Western Auto Company, for $400 million. A Sears spokesperson would not comment on the takeover talks about the Sears. She said, that she retains a role in all operations. She still hopes to make her company public in years. All right. So that's basically a little bit of the history and everything about her. Now, Gabor Wigs are still around. There's new designs coming out. Okay, so the company still exists. The Gabor company is being ran by the company now that took over the Gabor company, or I should say integrated with the Gabor company, is called Hair You Wear. And the Hair You Wear company is what's still keeping the Gabor name brand alive. So that kind of all integrated, obviously, when Eva Gabor had passed away. I don't remember exactly the date. I'm sorry, I don't have that on here when she passed away. But she was very much involved in her companies, the quality of the wigs. Mm-hmm. She wanted normal people that had suffered cancer or hair loss or, all of the above, or to look like a lot of people wanted to have that gorgeous hair of hers. So she wanted to bring her style to people that was greatly affordable. All right, so that's a little history for all of you don't know the history of Eva Gabor and how her wigs got started.
It's a real interesting story.
Yeah.
She'll post a link down below where she found it.
I'll post a link where that article is, and it tells a little more how she loved Arnold the pig. She had a relationship with Arnold the pig. She had loved it as a pet on Green Acres, and that's so funny. But anyway, okay, I'm sorry I broke up a little bit there, but I lost someone last year that was a girlfriend of mine to cancer, and and so it's hard, and I'm glad that we can bring these to you and show you how it can change people's lives. We've noticed it's changing ours. She's having fun with them. She's changing hairstyles. And today they're saying by wearing wigs, they're changing them out like you change your clothing, like you change your shoes, whatever your mood is. And this year, especially in the year 2020, there is this huge explosion with wigs. And so because of that fact, they are very much in demand. Unfortunately, with the coronavirus going around, there isn't, right now there's becoming a shortage on wigs, and especially people that buy them on Amazon, which it's a whole other issue. I'm not going there. Yeah, I'm just not going to go there. Okay. There's lots of videos out there why you should buy Amazon and why you shouldn't buy Amazon and why you should buy Gabor and not buy Gabor, and it's all over. Look for yourself. Okay. Now, to the Gabor wigs. They come in a nice little box like this, Gabor Essentials. All right. And when you get them, out of here, they come nicely packed like this. So there's quality there. The one I have is called a new line that came out, and sorry, I don't know what I did with my papers, but there is a new line that says Strength, Hope, Adoration. There's a whole line of them, and they're all different hairstyles, but they're by the Gabor Essentials, okay? And this is called Strength and Average. The number is going to be R29S Light Red. And you'll see why I pick light red, because it has a lot of blonde in. Okay, so when you open it, and this is what it looks like. It comes nicely packaged. All right. Obviously, it has all the lovely little paper that goes inside it. I haven't taken the tags off it yet. You get the little sanitary cap that if you don't like it, please put this on. Because it will be sent back to return for other people to try on.
Now, with Gabor, if you're more on the red side like I am, we'll do a comparison then on the reds. Because the light red looks more blonde than the medium red.
Right.
And so does the medium red also looks like it has blonde in it. It's lighter.
Right. So what I'm going to do is, let me see here if I can get this tag off of here. I don't want to cut it off. It's just like looped around there. I mean, I'm keeping it, but let's see if we can get this off of here. There we go.
Actually, that's the medium red. And then she'll put up the light red.
Stacy, while I'm doing this, tell them the trials and tribulations of getting the right color and style of wig.
Yeah, we must have sent back probably about 10, 15 wigs before we actually found the right color.
I mean, not just with Gabor, but with other companies. Right. So you want to get your hair up, and I'm going to show you how to do Stacy's. And if this runs a really long time, this video, I apologize. Okay, there's a lot of info.
There, she's going to hold hers up, and then we'll show you the comparison.
Yeah, see the comparison of the reds? This has more blonde in it.
Yeah.
Okay. So it has on the back, make sure it has a Gabor Essentials wig tag in there. And it tells you in there the number, that it's light red, and all of that. The construction of the wig, I'm going to go through real fast here. Construction is very nicely made. It has your permatease along the nape here. All right. It has obviously this is the back, and that's all of the wefting. When it's closer together, it's a very good quality wig. And this also right here, this also stretches this way. So basically, it's easy for it to conform to your head. All right. It has the nice lace front that's up here at the crown. The wefting is close toward the front. It has the nice little soft Velcro. It's not Velcro, but nice little soft band that will hit you right about here. All right. So it's very nicely made. It has the little Velcro tabs in the back. See, to adjust. Okay. And it stretches. All right. The Velcro tabs are really important. All right, so I'm going to throw this on, and it's very easy. First, what you will see, here's the color. Here's the light red shade. See the blonde highlights right here. There's blonde highlights here. This wig, when I was saying about blow drying, I would not blow dry it. If I would do it on coal when you wash them. This is synthetic, like Kankalon synthetic fiber. Look at the highlighting in this wig.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell, but you can probably see it
And
here.
the hair is very, very, or the fibers are very, very thin too. So.
Very soft. See
Yeah.
the highlighting? Okay. And so it is heat resistant up. It says to 350. I would keep it at 300 just to be sure. A very cool curling iron. But I'll tell you, this is the style I wanted sort of for an everyday look. You shake it when you do this. Shake it good. It separates the fibers on the back. Shake her out real good. This is called Strength, and it's kind of like a boy cut, they call it, but you'll see it when I have it on.
Yeah.
And this one's called Strength. It's average cap. Some styles do have, I believe, large and petite. I'm not sure. You'll have to check into it. But I'm waking sort of what they say, waking it up. Okay. So now you're going to put this on kind of like a scuba cap. I'm going to take my glasses off. And you put your fingers in the back here by your tags. Hang on to that. And then you kind of want to go in like you would put on a swim cap. Okay, so let's see here. All right. Now, get your I didn't show you the ear tabs. I'll show them to you on Stacy's. There are little ear tabs. Make sure that they're straight by the ear. Fix them a little bit. You want to take this and you want to just not pull it, but lift it up to where your hairline is. That it kind of bumps against that band that Stacy.
The wig grip.
The wig grip. Thank you. Okay. So now it's on, and I'll tell you right now, it feels pretty darn secure. Let me get my glasses on, which I can get on real well. Okay, I had bangs here, and as you can tell, it pretty much gives it its own part. Okay, it's on really good. There. Let me see what's sticking out back here. What do I have sticking out back here? The hair, possibly? Because I know it's not my own. Okay. It's pretty hard with, sometimes with me without a mirror because I'm only watching it on here. Okay, there we go. Don't be afraid to tug on it. It's hair, Mm-hmm. It's hair. You're not going to, just don't pull too hard. But here you go. I mean, I love it. Stacy really liked it on me.
Yeah.
Get your hairs into it and you'll see my wig's not moving anywhere. Absolutely anywhere.
Except when you have a grandson that lifts it up right.
Well, yeah. If you have a grandson that's 3 years old, that's a whole other issue. And I'm waking it up back here a little bit because the video that they had of it, they were kind of like, like lifting the back up a little bit. Use your fingers. The heat of your fingers, oops, maybe that's a little too much. Okay. But that's kind of the idea of waking it up a little bit. And it feels, right now, I'll tell you, it feels really comfortable. I'm just doing like that so it's not so flat. Just like that. Just like that. It's not flat. Look at the colors in this. And I'll show you what the back looks like then. So you're just kind of running your fingers through it. Go like that. Run your fingers through it a little bit like that. You're waking up the fibers. And the heat from your hands will keep the fibers where they're supposed to. See? And that's the kind of bang I'm used to. Look at, there you go. We woke it up a little bit. There you go. So, I mean, I think it's adorable. I was on the fence with it. Am I going to find something else that looks, better than this? But I have to be honest with you. I do like this. The more, I haven't worn it yet, like out yet, but there we go. Let's see this. Again, you can keep fooling around with it whichever way you want to go. I could bring this down here like this more. I could bring it back here, which will probably go there like that, like this side. There you go. Okay? So, same way the bangs, you can bring the bangs down a little more like this. If you want to, you can trim your bangs, but if you're not used to doing it and you think that the bangs are kind of that they're going to stick out, then I would take it to a hair salon and have them do it. I want to make sure that these are in here right here, the ear tabs. There we go.
Make sure they're lined up.
Yeah, make sure they're lined up. Now we're even. We weren't even before. Now we're even. And you can bring this forward here like this.
Be right back, guys.
Where are you going?
To the door.
Oh. Someone's out there?
I think so.
Let me put you on hold 1 second. Alrighty, sorry about that. Stacy thought she had someone at the door. So this is called Strength by Gabor, and this is light red. So I'll come closer. You'll see the colors. All right. Now I'm going to go around. Okay. Now I did bring the little wispy parts forward right here. It's the side. This is the back. This was supposed to be uplifted here a little bit, which I did. Covers the nape area really well. And I'll tell you, this is not moving at all. And then I'll show you the other side, which is this way. Okay, so I'm bringing the little pieces, the little wispies come down to here, and that's exactly what I wanted, were all those little wispies down here. All right, so this is by Gabor, light red, and it's called Strength. And even if I wanted to put my other glasses on, there's room by the ear tabs, by the way, that you won't have a problem at all putting glasses on.
Nope.
And I could look a little more secretarial with these glasses on. Okay? So I'll go put my new glasses on. So this is my Gabor by Strength. It's called Strength. It's average. It's R29S light red. In fact, I'm going to wear it today because I think it's adorable. Okay, now let's go with Stacy's.